friends, it's Sharon Luska here from My Crafty Greetings, and we're talking about the STC Black Friday sale. It's still on until midnight tomorrow night. There's gifts that are available, and Sabrina also has grab bags that you can get. They're not eligible for the 25% off, but there's so many awesome things that are. And of course, you know how much I love these flowers, the blooms sets, and how valuable I think they are. There are so many flowers that you can make because of so many really unique die pieces that are in these sets. And you know, those little puffed up yellow flowers are actually flower centers. There's leaves, there's sentiments, there's butterflies, there's smaller flowers. It's just incredible. I have to say, for any card maker, these are probably the most valuable sets of dies you could own. You can get so many types of cards done with these, including masculine cards. And there's just so many dies. With the 25% off, it's a screaming deal, my friends. And that centerpiece in that flower there, that is done with acetate. So the yellow flower die, the die that I did the centers with is actually got little rhinestones on it. That's how I did that. But you can see here too, these are just crunched up and sprayed with water. There's lots of videos that shows how to do all of these things. And I am sorry that I have been MIA from my own videos lately. I have been extremely sick. It started in August with an abdominal infection that they thought might be a heart infection, and it just went crazy from there. And I managed to pull it together for craft roulette, and then had another backslide shortly after that. Masculine flower, there you go. Shortly after that, and yeah, I am just doing everything I can to get my feet back under me, get back on track, and get making videos so that I can show you all fun things. And Sabrina's been a phenomenal support. Of course, we have a strike here in Canada with Canada Post, which is very wah for me. Did you think you could do eyelashes with these dies? You can also do the iris of the eyes with these dies too. That is the book corner die in the back there. I love that one too. And of course, there's little pieces from the 3D pop-up book at the corners. So this is another one, the spring wreath die set. It has all the individual flowers as well as the wreath base and an outside cut for it. I always wanted to do a Christmas card with this, so I did an open wreath, and there it is just in white around that wascally webbit. That's also a Scrappy Tails die, so I just wanted you to be able to see it a little bit better. Who are those two handsome men? Would those be my two handsome boys? Yes, they are. Anyways, you may all recognize this die. This was the floral vine die that Sabrina had done in the spring that I did so many cards with, and it is very inexpensive. If you're gonna get just one thing that's under $20, this die's the one you get. And if you already have this die, she has the next die as well available. And I haven't gotten to that, but boy, oh boy, it makes some amazing cards too. But you can see year round, and so many of her dies are capable of being mobile for so many more holidays than just the one that they're necessarily made in. But you can see here how great they are. Now, this is the Snowflake Mandala that's behind this, and I used the flowers from that die. The Snowflake Mandala. Doesn't really look like snowflakes until I make you think snowflakes, right? And then I put some poinsettias on it and you're like, oh, very Christmassy. Yes, I see, Sharon. But anyway, Snowflake Mandala die, it is gorgeous. It cuts beautifully, and it is a showstopper and can make some absolutely fabulous ornaments. This is the one that I was telling you about, the other floral sprig. I'll make sure it's listed in the drop-down box now. For basics, this is the one of the OGs that Scrappy Tails has. The layering sunflower die has those gorgeous centers and the gorgeous leaves. The leaves you can use for any other die set that you have, but they layer together to make so many different flowers, and it really doesn't matter how you layer them. But the other one is the Whimsical layering daisies. This is like one of the very original sets, and I tried to make sunflowers out of these. I think I did a pretty decent job. I did a bowed stand-up card front, and there's actually a video that shows how that's done. And then I also used them on a lot of cards where I showed you how to copy the little cut aparts in in your paper pads and use the ideas on your cut aparts to actually make big cards. But you can see how useful these are just to pop in any little place, however you do them. But when you combine these two die sets, the sunflowers and the whimsical layering daisies, you get these crazy, incredible flowers. I absolutely love them. And if you're bored and you don't know what to do, lost your mojo in your craft room, make a pile of these because you can just paint them up loosely with ink or watercolor or whatever you want and make gorgeous flowers. Now, these ones I did in a happy birthday card and I attached them to the layering orchid die set. I love this one too, if you can't tell. It is just very juicy and very gorgeous and very high-end and classy. And it didn't matter how I assembled it, it just shouted top notch all the way. I gave a lot of this to my posh lady friends. So you can see here though, there's the flowers without even the stems or the leaves. It looks very, very cool. And the layering plumeria is another really cool one, included in the same video where I did all the orchid cards. But you can see also very versatile and you can use the flowers as standalones too. Now, this is not a flower die. It's the A2 perfume bottle die, but I am addicted to these flowers. And even though there's only 4 pieces and 2 centers and some leaves, you can make so many different flowers depending on how you combine these. Now, naturally, don't miss out on that anchor, but that's not what we're discussing in this video right now. There's some of the first leaf set that Sabrina did, and this is also a Halloween die, the curly background die here. You'll have to take a look at the Halloween dies. You may recognize some of them, but here is that perfume bottle. And you know, I really hadn't thought about doing it as like a whiskey bottle or a decanter, but you could definitely do it like very masculine as a man's drink decanter with some nice acetate. And you can throw them on a 5x7 card and they look great. I think that they just really, and that's some of my expensive, like won't cut it paper. Looks good, eh? Okay, I fell in love with this one too. This is a flower sprig that's just amazing. It is the open book with flower bouquet spray. And the, I can't remember the name of it. It's up there. I can't see it, but you can see I layered it behind that flower. And then of course we've got it flowing out of the truck. Very pink and very fun. But you can take the Christmas trees off of these and use them for 16-year-old teenager cards. Like, do them in any color, and you've got masculine or feminine. I made bigger tires for that. But anyways, these egg carton seedlings follow through with some of the other sets that Sabrina has done. They came out this past Easter with these gorgeous little buns and this pop-up set here. But I like too that they come with these little garden tools. Oh my. And the potted flowers metal craft dies and the garden stand flowers metal craft dies. I don't know why I'm saying metal craft dies, but I am. But you can see how gorgeous these all are together. And they are so, so easy to assemble and to make into cards. They are definitely a worthwhile thing to have. And especially too if you like to do scene building. You have the little milk jug, you have the little teapot. There is the garden stand animals and then the flowers and rain boots, which is where you get those little tulips. This was my first card ever for Craft Roulette, guys. If you don't know what Craft Roulette is, you got to look it up. But anyways, little flowers are always very useful. This Garden Gate die just proves it. It's got some tiny delicious flowers. But there is one source of flowers that makes me go gaga. And you can see how many of them I have all over this one here. Plus I had it flowing behind the open butterfly dies. But this one I made a bunch of skirts and bouquets, and this flower you will see in so many of my pieces, as well as the A7 pop-up book, which is those delicious corners that you see there. And there it is in her bouquet, this particular flower die. It is the A7 flower cover plate die, and it has "Thank You Friend" on it. I used it for a sympathy card, but you can see here you can combine it together. But like I said, tropical flowers and the flowers from that particular die set. tropical leaves, and there they are again, as well as the rain boots. Now, here is another love, love, love of mine. This is a massive, like takes a full 5 inches on your card, butterfly die. And when you layer any of those extra flower sets that you have over top of it to embellish it, it looks gorgeous. The center below that butterfly is that spring wreath, but these butterflies come with stencils and dies as well as words, not the get well word set, but thank you and I love you. I'm not sure the other one, you'll have to look. So, you know I don't stamp a lot, but there is one stamp that I fell in love with, and I paired it with this A2 Fancy Rose Oval. I love this particular die for framing things and the little rose oval for paper piecing, but I stamped out these gorgeous butterflies, this 6x8 set here, and I painted them and had such a blast painting them. You really don't need anything special to paint them. They are so easy to do, and I stuck them on so many different card fronts to show you guys how versatile they were. This is another really great die to have. It's the A7 Intricate Hello Friend Heart Spinner die. And another stamp set is this gigantic butterfly. Oh my goodness, there are so many techniques I want to do and show you with this. It is insane and it is huge. It takes more than the front of a 5x7 card. This is an OG set as well. This is flying butterflies and sitting butterflies, and I love this set. I showed in a very early video of mine how you can take this and use your pattern paper to die cut these gorgeous little guys and make these absolute statement cards. Some of you may even have this paper set at home, I'm not sure, but it sure made me some awesome cards. Here's another favorite of mine with the rose outline die. I'm not sure if she still has it. Don't forget to check out the summer dies. Summer dies are some of the best for anything masculine. There are so many great summer dies available, including that old Corvette there to the right. Love it. Check them out. Great deals. Happy shopping. Hope you get some great time to craft. And if you're just joining me to see some cards, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great day. Bye.